A Hytale blog post with lots of new gameplay footage is dropped, and a day earlier than expected, no less. I don't think I could be more surprised than this. Welcome back to Kweebec Corner. My name's Connor, and today on Hytale News Updates, we break down the latest blog post on Foley sound effects, analyze the newest footage released, and take a look at all the images and wallpapers that were revealed this week. As usual, towards the end, we'll be spotlighting some community art along with great theories that have been discussed in our Hytale Discord server. This video is sponsored by Server Pro. Server Pro has everything you need to host the next big Hytale server. With support for modding and scripting, why not start your adventure today and grab a free Minecraft server which you can swap over once Hytale is launched. Okay, I have to admit I really didn't see this coming. For those of you not in the loop, I tweeted Noxy after some discussion in Discord voice chat with some members, asking how the team recorded the Scarrick egg sounds. Admittedly, it was mostly a joke, but I was also partly intrigued to find out just how they had been handling sound effects for the game. Noxy quickly replied with an ominous, "We might have you covered on this one," and while I assumed they may have been planning to tweet or post something, what I didn't expect was for them to answer the question and then some in an entire blog post dedicated to audio recording. Foley effects, for those of you who don't know, are sound effects recorded using various methods, conventional or otherwise, in order to be added to a game or film in post-production. Things like sword slashes, footsteps, even the sounds of the Scarrick eggs are all important details that need to be included to create a fully ambient atmosphere. And this blog post gave us some insight into the team's process, or more specifically, Kieran Fitzpatrick, a sound designer for Hypixel Studios, working on Hytale. Let's start by dissecting all the new footage. First up, we see some bats within a cave, which were cleverly mimicked using a balloon. We get a nice roaming landscape shot with Zone 3 that shows off some of the flying or gliding movements of the birds, as well as the trudging sounds through the snow created by, and I quote, cornstarch, the noisiest of all the starches. We can see an old abandoned hut, as well as what seems to be an active trot camp or prefab, and I just love the way that the white owls glide in this video. Next is a big one. In what appeared to be just a humble showcase of a chest opening, we get a great glimpse at the current state of the UI. We see the player profile window, an inventory, as well as the storage identifier image and the chest's actual storage. The inventories themselves have an auto-sort drop-down button as well as a take-all option. The player inventory has weapon, armor, and block icons, perhaps to sort through items, but it remains to be seen. Propsy appears to have some nice straw leggings, but most of the other gear is upgraded. We can also see our basic stats, and I find it quite interesting that a chest, especially a legendary one, only has 9 slots. It's a lot less than we're used to, but it could just be an ornamental showpiece. The player seems to click the thorium sword straight into his inventory, and I wanted to point out that in its description it mentions that it's crafted from thorium bars, wood, and medium leather, a nice little tidbit. The player's hotbar is filled with pelts, a bomb or grenade that we've seen used by goblins, as well as a few food options. Nom nom. We also see a wooden mace or club, a weapon he's clearly outgrown at this point. Finally, I wanted to mention character poses. We can see the array of movements our character can transition to when interacting with something and brandishing a sword. I think subtle effects like this will really add to the immersion of the game. Moving on to the next video, we can see Kieran very professionally demonstrating how to swing various objects such as coat hangers in order to reproduce weapon sounds. We see 4 types of weapon on display here, each generally following an alternating left-right swinging pattern, with the axe tilting more diagonally and the sword's angle varying with each swing. The sword seems to be the fastest, with the axe following close behind, the crude mace being the slowest by far but also looking like it'll pack quite the knockback. I also wanted to point out that during thrusts, the character's eyebrows actually go into a frowning state, and occasionally the mouth will open. A really nice attention to detail there. The mouth only seems to open on the 3rd sword swing, which makes me think it could be a sign that your attack has more power behind it. Perhaps even a combo for striking 3 times in a row, or it could be random. We shall see. Next, we see some nice extended third-person footage of a player grinding spiders. There are a few important details I wanted to note here. First off, it seems the spider has some sort of aggro or radius for noticing you, and thus become hostile. The exclamation marks flitter above its head, indicating that it has been alerted. The second one appears to charge forward after this alert as well. While I'm sure not all of the loot tables are set in stone, we can see that the spiders drop meat and some sort of pelt or skin. The spider curls up in its death animation, and we even get to see some more effects of taking damage, with the red ring appearing around our screen, and the ambient audio also getting a little blurrier. Last but not least, we have the... drumroll please, that's right, you guessed it, the Scarrick eggs. The thing that we all definitely didn't realize we needed to know about. And yes, I was actually directly mentioned in this blog post due to the question I sent to Noxy. Super humbled to have been included, honestly it made my day to see it. In this clip, we get a nice look at some freshly hatched spherical larvae, and aw, aren't they just so darned adorable? That's all for the footage, but side note, I was checking Kieran's Twitter profile and noticed in his bio he claims that he can speak Trog. Put a note in that for a later day, as this could be nothing more than a joke, but fingers crossed for different translatable languages in Orbis. We've seen plenty of hieroglyphs and symbols after all. Anyways, due to the team working remotely, Kieran makes use of his home recording studio, where he improvises using household objects to create a variety of sound effects, some more disturbing than others. Combined with some ventures outside with his doggy, it seems that he aims to find the weirdest and most wonderful items to create sounds with, rolling baskets, opening cans, banging tins, even crunching bell peppers. We're told that sometimes these tools can harbour better results than stock clips or even the actual thing you're trying to mimic. Unexpected answers will often reveal themselves with experimentation. Using an array of editing methods like pitch shifting, reversing the audio, equalization, reverb, and layering, Kieran can produce his sounds and vary them in ways that aren't really possible with just a microphone alone. All in all, it's some really great insight, and like I said, exactly what I asked for and more. Earlier in the week, Noxy also addressed another community question, this time by Shadrock, who asked if Hytale would offer any mobile wallpapers. In latest fashion, Noxy was quick to respond, promising that they would in fact be up in the next few days. It really does seem like the team are being more responsive right now. There's a lot of great stuff happening as we gear up for the year, and the team seems more coordinated than ever before, with new wallpapers sent out exactly as promised and even a new section being added to the site. The screenshots show off two images we haven't seen before, the first being an overlook of a Zone 2 canyon with bones and a tower in the distance, as well as an image of Zone 1, a nice little Kweebec Corner. We see a Kweebec holding a spear, rope, firefly lanterns, an apple, and even a cute little log bench. The Edge article I covered but didn't fully dive into has now been released on GamesRadar, link below. It features the entire article and all the images that were shown off in the magazine's print and digital copies. GamesRadar also appeared to bring us 3 more unseen images. One shows a player with a scuba mask diving for underwater treasures. One shows a player with a beefy looking mace or hammer about to take on some goblin warriors. And finally, we see an image of Propsy once again, but this time he's just watering some corn on the farm. That wraps up everything new that we've seen this week, and now it's time for the Community Fan Art Spotlight, where we take a look at some of the impressive work done by the creators of the community. As usual, people have been on fire, and we've truly seen the world of Orbis be brought to life once again this month. Let's take a look at a few of those pieces now. You can always find more art or submit some by tagging me at Kweebec Corner on Twitter, or you can join the Discord server, which is now over 400 members strong. Become a seedling and begin to grow in the community as we approach the release of Hytale. We've got all the usual plugins and even some cool Hytale themed emotes. A new weekly schedule has also just gone up, with each day themed around a different topic that we can discuss in text and voice channels. I'm hoping to get a games night started each Saturday too for those who are down. One final announcement, I will be attending Insomnia Gaming Festival in the NEC in Birmingham this April. I go every time. The convention is a great way to check out some of the latest games and meet some of the biggest creators and online artists in the country. Personally, I go there as a developer and games designer to consult and talk business with other industry specialists, but if any of you guys are going along, be sure to send me a tweet over the weekend. Thank you as always for watching Kweebec Corner, stay safe and keep free.